Good morning. Oh, whoops, it's not morning. It has slipped past and through to good afternoon. I'm Ross Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing the daily Lenormand card spread reading. The second day in a row now from when I've had a bit of a break, and hopefully continuing as daily. At least some part of the day. I am in Port Elliot, South Australia, so that's Australian Central Daylight Time. So there's still plenty of time to be the full day for those who are in the other hemisphere, other time zones. We are mid-afternoon, it's 3:45 p.m. here at the moment, so it's just lovely to see you as well here in various different locations because I have got this spread out over multi-destinations. So if you don't see your comment coming up on stream, it's one of those locations that doesn't have the ability to do this. I'm using Ecamm exclusively for this live stream, so it's not going to look the same as usual. So I decided I'd quickly flip across to using just the one method today. I might be still pressing some buttons, so there you go. And hi to Nat. I am feeling better. So, and it does automatically pop off the screen if I leave it. So that's good to know. So it is 3 destinations looking at this that I can actually get the comments coming in, and that's from the 2 YouTube channels and my Facebook page that is at Ross Boundy in Facebook. So there you go. I'm not expecting many comments then. Usually I can get them from my profile in Facebook. So I'm hoping I did actually choose that as one of my destinations. So all of that done, no problem. And if you're on, good afternoon, Raywan. Lovely to see you here. So yeah, all of that beside the point, it just adds to the stream, doesn't it? We're here for the cards, so tap into and connect with your spirit guides in whatever form you need to access your psychic abilities, your gut feeling even, just that intuitive sense of what's up from these cards. So here we go. I'm hoping they present well enough in this muted light, and I totally forgot. I've got it zoomed in already. I'm doing a different layout, so there we go. It's not quite looking right. I didn't check that first, did I? So here we go. The cards, I'm using the 3 card layout instead of the usual 5. And I do start with the Owl card, and it is amazing things will happen. It's looking like this particular webcam is not on its fullest quality setting. I'll have to check that up because it usually comes in clearer than that. Oh dear, this is going to have to involve pressing buttons again, won't it? There we go. That beautiful card. In focus now. There we go. So it's lovely to have the wisdom of the owls. And what we're using is the Gilda Brevery Lenormand deck. That is Sierra Marchetti's, for those who may be watching this type of stream for the first time and new to me. It is the expanded edition that I'm using, and as you can see from the well-worn edges, I've been using these for a long time. Okay, what we're starting with is just the moon energy that is overarching for what our day is today. And we have the home and the anchor beneath it as the 2, well, legs if you like, the parts that are going to be what is involved in our day. Adding some of the meat to it, really. And I'm just going into the background to see whether my live is coming into play on in the LinkedIn. I did have LinkedIn as one of the destinations, but funny thing, I actually don't know how to get to what is my area on LinkedIn. That's how long since I've actually used it. And as far as a live streaming goes, so I don't know where I'm meant to actually be looking. Someone might be able to know and point me in the right direction, because at the moment I can't see where it's streaming. That's okay. That is perfectly okay. So here we have, and it's probably explaining this. No, not really. The instinctive thing that I get from these 3 cards is pretty much the overarching light that we've got shining today. Yesterday we had the sun as a prominent one that was in the unexpected area. Today we've actually got this is as that umbrella one, the moon going through its cycles, and the moon doesn't have its own natural light. It doesn't sparkle out like the sun does with all of that is the nature of the star of the sun, that is the centre of our, is it galaxy? Yes, it is. Um, what we have is the moon that does its orbit round Earth, takes the month, we know that, the lunar cycle being the moon, and the energies that it actually influences with our lives here on Earth, because it is the closest um, influence that we have. The moon is the closest to the Earth as our living energies, and those frequencies and vibrations bring in with whatever the other constellations and planets and that's in our galaxy. So it's how the astrology of things happens and how it's interpreted from all of that and the different energetics from it. All been designed many, many eons and moons ago, really, from those who started to really look more closely at the bodies in our galaxy, looking to the skies and wondering what are these things, and interpreting the energies and the hero stories. That is our myth. But was it actually myth? Does it bring in those energies? I feel that it does. It's just that influence of different frequencies that bounce around. Well, they have their pattern of bouncing. It's waves, as we know from music and light and all of that occurs in that way. The sun, the reflection of the moon, of the sun's energy, that's what we're getting. It's not really second hand. It's a filtered energy that brings in the more nurturing feminine side into our day. So that's the influence we're getting. And if we did look at our natal charts in conjunction with what is the transitions happening at the moment of where you live on this planet, then you get the energetics of what is happening for you, probably as the influences affecting your moods and your emotions and your actions and others around you, and really creating that huge jigsaw puzzle of what life is. So we've got that coming in that nurturing feminine aspect today. And what I really like as well is the fact that we've got the home being anchored in that energy of the home is. Isn't that where your heart is? Isn't it that hospitality that we can show others around us, including most especially the vulnerabilities we can share with our closest members of our family, our partner, husband, wife, a significant other, in whatever way that begins that growth of family that might be housed in this family, in whatever patterning that is for you. Friends as well that we invite in. It's all of that wonderful nurturing and comfort and feeling safe. We've got the anchor being here present next to the home under the moon energy. To me, gives that feeling of being able to drop the anchor wherever we need it to feel calm and steady at the moment. It gives that stability and security. Making sure too, though, that you've got your anchor chained to that most solid and strong part of yourself, your home, in whatever way it needs to be, that solid feature to anchor the boat of life for you, so that it's not, even in the stormiest waters, you can feel safe and secure that it's going to hold and hold true for whatever you're experiencing in your day today. Because remember, this is a daily reading. It goes for the 24 hours of what is. I've started in the middle of the day, yeah, sure, for the 21st of February. So it may have already resonated with you with some of these energies. Certainly has for me. I've had a day at home, and I have grounded myself, put some anchoring down so that I can steadily focus on some of what I need to do now that I'm back into being in my office chair in front of the computer, being able to do a little bit more of those lengthier stints in front of the screen working. So I'm really feeling that lovely pleasure of getting back into the flow, and it feels a little chaotic because it's been 3 weeks at least, and you've still got to get back into the flow. And it's steadily anchoring in for me that I know already, and reminder of some of the new things I'm putting into place, which I am, of course. So it's bringing that nurturing energy of taking the time to do this instead of rushing through it, setting that anchor down and working at it and feeling that sense of peace, because I do work from home and it just feels so nice to be back into the flow in whatever way. And of course, the amazing things will happen, being reminded here. So thank you for being with me through this little reading, and I hope that reading will bless you in your day in whatever way it has meaning for you, because you are the best one of knowing what context your life is within, what your heart center is telling you, what your soul center, in whatever way that you know that from within, because we can only live our life from our own internal journey and outwards. We do gather information and share, and it's all of that flow of energy, like we have with the moon cycles and everything. Feel into it as best you can for the greatest understanding of the where you're at in being present with your life situation and the choices you're making. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for being here, and until tomorrow, it might be at an earlier time, hopefully. They probably won't be at the 8 o'clocks in the mornings like I was doing before. It will be more mid-morning and onwards. So just put a notification there and whichever destination you're in as to whether it offers notifications for live streams or not. Have a look around for it. I'll investigate the LinkedIn method of doing things. The Twitter, I know, does. I have. It's been a while since I've really looked at the Facebook, as I know that they're changing things all the time. We just assume it's going to stay the same, and then something has changed, and I don't know if that's happened for notifications as well. So we'll find out. I'll be pressing some buttons. So thank you for being here. Keep being the best you that you can be, and until the next time, namaste.